I got this fellow with me and I don't know what he is. He's got quite a blunt forehead on him. He's not a pilot whale, obviously. There he goes again. Oh, I hope I got that. Come on. I'm not sure what this is. There he goes again. He likes us. Ah, yeah. I'll have to look him up at some point, but there he goes again. I suspect with that very blunt forehead of his, he might be a what's called a false killer whale. There he is again. Anyway, while he plays about, whatever he is, as you can see, we've now got a breeze after there he is again. After 14 hours of being becalmed, we've finally picked up a nice breeze from the northeast. As far as I'm concerned, it can blow for the northeast. There he is again. For the next month. But that is now allowing us to weather the North Cape of Jan Mayen Island, which, oh sorry, it's a bit lumpy in here now. So, if I now pan around the other way, there's too much going on now. There is the North Cape of Jan Mayen. That could well be the land the furthest north that we see on this voyage. About 71.05 degrees north, thereabouts. Anyway, let's hope this wind holds so that we can then cross the, well, I suppose actually what we're entering now is the Greenland Sea. I think between Jan Mayen and Greenland it's called the Greenland Sea, but not totally sure about that. Anyway, our friend seems to have gone off now. So I should go and do some research, but I suspect he was a false killer whale, which might be quite a rare sighting. Right, it's just after midday on the 10th of July, and while I've got this this big chart unfolded, I thought I'd tell you what's going on and what the game plan is. Last night's northeasterly turned almost immediately into a northwesterly, which I could have done without. So we've been running north from Jan Mayen. We're currently about 35 miles north of the North Cape, and I'm going to run on for about another 15 miles more or less due north, so for another 5 or 6 hours, which will take us to 72 north. That seems a nice round figure. That'll probably be the northernmost point of our trajectory. Then basically what I want to do is to come across to the Greenland coast, preferably sort of hitting the coast towards this area just north of Scoresby Sound here. With the current wind that's going to be tough, but it's quite a few days sail, so we should get a wind shift at some point. Well, we've been plugging for the last 24 hours into this very cold northwesterly. Still carrying on north, but we've only got another 500 yards to go to get to 72 north, and that is going to be the end, unless something unforeseen happens, of our northern trajectory. We've been plugging north for 14.5 days now and covered nearly 14 degrees of latitude in that time. But this is as far as I want or need to go, as far as our northing is concerned. And after this we'll, once we've reached 72 north, we'll tack and then head west and probably slightly south, but that's going to depend on the wind from here on. It's been a fantastic 2 weeks. Since about 60 north, that's in 12 degrees of latitude, I've only seen one vessel. That was a Russian fishing vessel that we were on a collision course with twice, but that's another story for later. We've had this whole area of the Norwegian Sea, the Greenland Sea to ourselves. I calculate there's about 1 million square miles of ocean up here. 1 million square miles to play on, and you've got it all to yourself. And things can't be much better than that. Anyway, we're now going to have a look at the GPS because I want to get this moment. Here I'm multitasking as usual. Now let's home in on here if I can. Oops. Oh dear. So it's very difficult to do this close-up stuff. Right, just go back a shade, perhaps. Oh dear. There we are. 62. So you can see there, 10th of July. (1738) hours and 30 something seconds. That's Greenwich Mean Time. I'm still on Greenwich Mean Time here. I don't do this universal time. And we're coming up to 0.1 of a nautical mile left to go. Very shortly, it'll be 200 yards. Getting very close now. 15, we've got 30 yards to go. 20 yards to go. 10 yards to go. And there we are. 72 north. That's fantastic. I'm just so pleased with that. I just can't tell you. If I was a crying sort of man, I think I'd have a tear running down my eye. But there we are. So now we will put all this gear away, tack the ship and start heading west.